Hi.
Hi.
First of all, we would like to say a big thank you to all you guys who have helped us during those last weeks, and we are forever grateful. When we came here, we actually thought that this was the end of our journey, but because of you, we now think that we will be able to continue. So thank you.
Yeah. We got a lot of questions about the status, and at the moment we do not really know if we can get a rudder ship in here or not, but that's what we're working on. And also the past weeks here in Majuro, we've done a lot of work since those days at sea, and also since the towing damaged a lot of things on board. So we've been catching up on that, and at the moment we're working on getting new rudders. That's our plan.
Yeah, and hopefully we will have more information in a few weeks when we release the next episode. And since we're kind of late on the episodes, this one is from Tahiti and it's from August. So in the next one we will show you about our hometown and about us and why we started this journey together.
Yeah.
But first Tahiti and Toua.
Yeah. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Once again, we were entering an atoll with some current in the pass. In our guidebooks we have read that the passage into Toua atoll was kind of known to be a bit tougher. We sailed back and forth outside the pass for a while, and when we saw a local catamaran go through, we decided to go too.
Alltså det är lite skogfritt där. Oj!
It was a bumpy pass, but not too bad, and a few minutes later we were through and headed to the south anchorage, where we stayed for a couple of days all alone. The intro in this video is from that place.
Några meter längre fram och det är typ helt stilla.
Ja, men vi har fortfarande 2 knops fram.
2 knops fram nu.
Vi hade 4 sådär.
Det är så konstigt när det känns som att det går så fort fram.
Ja, vi har fan mer än det. Vi går hårdare på maskinen.
Fin dag du! Det är det nog.
As you know from previous episode, Oscar did hurt his eardrum and therefore could not stay in the water for some weeks.
What are you doing?
As you also know, we always want to snorkel at the anchor to make sure the holding is good and that our anchorage is safe. Since we came to the Pacific, I haven't liked to swim alone because there are so many sharks here, especially in some atolls, like this one. I know that the reef sharks are not dangerous at all, but I still don't like to swim among them without Oscar. Also, we heard that the bigger sharks sometimes pays a visit into the atolls. They are probably harmless too, but that's not all easy to think of when you're afraid of them.
Ja, jättefint. The depth here is 12 meters. It's I don't know in feet, but it's quite deep, and the visibility is super clear.
There seemed to be no sharks at all, and I felt a bit confident, so later on I decided to jump into the water again and start to clean the hull. Kind of proud to do it all alone.
Hallå hjärtat.
Jag trodde det var en haj först när jag bara såg det hemma.
Går det bra då?
Det är faktiskt jobbigt.
Ja. Vad gör du då?
Väldigt mycket fisk.
Vad gör du för något då?
Det var sjögräs.
Går det bra?
Det ligger seaweed från halv.
Går det bra då?
Just det. Är rivstart. Vad gör du just nu?
Jag ska laga gummibåten. Vi har en läcka. We have a leak in the dinghy. Hej med dig.
I was just getting started, but this shark swam right to me, and I know it's just a reef shark, but I don't want to meet him anyway. Att jag är en sån kärring. Han såg så stor ut i vattnet också. Just när jag simmar emot den. För då blir man ju extra så här att vad är det han vill liksom? Kolla, han cirkulerar fortfarande runt oss. Ge det av.
Toua was like a small paradise with so much life in the water. Under almost every rock we found a fish. During our walk along the reef, we spotted several black-tipped reef shark babies. In one place we had to wade from one Mutu island to another, and there we almost stepped on a shark.
Men det är så grunt, hur kan vi inte se han? Men så snabbt. Jag tyckte jag stod och tittade hela tiden. Oj! Oj, där var han!
De är ju två här. Där är han.
Vad vill de?
De vill kika vad det är, de vet att du är rädd för dem.
En där. Två där. Sen var det ju två till.
Undrar om den hajen heter Rune.
Nej, men inte Kaj.
Kaj!
Vi har 5 hajar runt oss, älskling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 är det nu! 6 är de! Och det är liksom bara bakom båten som det är så många. Då undrar man hur många det är runt hela båten. Vad vill de då? Ja, men jag gillar inte att det ökar i antal dessutom. Det kommer bara fler och fler. Du, en sak ska du haja. Om vi inte får upp ankar till imorgon. Synd för oss, säger jag bara. Vi blir kvar här då.
At most we counted to 7 sharks, and we don't know if it's true, but it really seemed like they were curious and swam towards the light. When there was some light from the screen in our GoPro, one shark was very brave and actually came all the way up to it and touched it.
Presentations will account for 1/3 of your final grade, along with return papers and of course.
Varför då? Vad är det för film?
I'll divide into class into 2-person teams. Each team.
The next day we moved north. We had to go out of the passage and then sail along the coast until we came to the north side where there were some mooring buoys. We usually check out even the mooring buoys, so Lisa went into the water again, and even though there were a lot of ropes tied together, the mooring seemed to be okay. And as usual, a shark swam by. When we came to this place called the Falls Pass, there were a lot of boats there, but the next morning when we woke up, everyone had left except for us and a Danish boat with a family on board. We took the dinghy to shore. There were a few houses, but we could not see anyone, so we decided to take a short walk.
Så har du lite kompis där borta i huset också. Så. Hej! Du var ju fin också.
Jag ska vi knata bort den. Ska vi se om vi är den som smakar den.
Ja. Har du fått nya vänner? Ska vi följa med? Kom! Oj, här kommer en till! Måste den här lille var också där. Kolla nu älskling. Se runt dig. Allihopa. The dogs are mocking the pigs, I think. Lysekylsmotor.
Och en skalle.
Nu var det.
When we came back, we met the family who lived there. They had just been to church. Every time we visit a new atoll, we get different information about how many people who lives there. But this time the lady told us there were only 2 households living in the atoll. So not many people for sure.
Vad sa du?
Det måste vara en sån som var i den boken. En riktig bontarackare vet du.
Ja. Han tittar på oss.
Ja.
Hej du.
Ja.
Yeah. What's the name of the... Maraya. It's big.
Ska det bli lite? Jag ska uppe hit. What do you got? Dogs. Vad heter de? Ja, väldigt söta.
We left Toua in the evening and had almost 2 days of sailing between Toua and Tahiti. It started out really good with easterly winds around 14 knots, which is perfect for us, and we had good speed using just the Genoa. During the nights we had some squalls which made the winds very irregular, and it was shifting between 2 and 28 knots. The second day we ran the engine for some hours when the wind disappeared, but it was beautiful days with a lot of fishes and birds around us.
On our way to Tahiti, and we had maybe 3 hours to go.
Yeah, if we start the entry.
Yeah, it's not much wind at all today.
No, it's not, but it's a beautiful morning.
So, what's the plan for Tahiti?
Well, we're going to fly back to Sweden in 1 week and attend to my sister's wedding. So it's going to be fun. And we're looking forward to meet everybody at home.
And also, we need to get a bunch of spare parts. We have a lot of damaged things on board.
Yeah.
And
Autopilot is the most important thing, I think.
the autopilot, also the rod kick. We need some things for the sails. There's a lot of things.
Yes.
We have a long list.
Yeah. But and we're gonna stay in maybe in Marina Taina. We have to take a look at the different marinas because it's quite expensive to keep the boat there for. It's almost 3 weeks. So we have 1 week to
Yeah.
take a look.
We won't leave it for on an anchorage, but maybe on a mooring. So we have to check it out. Yeah, we have to check it out. And especially we need spare parts for the dinghy because it's leaking like hell. So that's kind of important.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful day, and here's Tahiti. Det ser jättebra ut.
Ja, det är det. Men det såg så läskigt ut när man bara såg alla de här brytande vågorna på revet runt om liksom. Kolla dem liksom. Märker du av någon ström? Det var väl bra.
When we were inside the reef, there was so much happening everywhere. We haven't seen so many boats and even people since we left Panama 3 months earlier. We both like the remote places most and usually try to stay away from crowded places like this, but it felt nice going in there knowing we would meet our friends and family in a week. It was also nice to finally be able to visit a big grocery store and also to be able to do our laundry in a real washing machine. The anchoring in Tahiti was very crowded and there were a lot of wrecks in the bottom which also made it harder for all the boats that were looking for a free space. When we snorkeled after our tries to anchor, we had to move a lot of times. Our anchor hit several wrecks and one time we thought we had good holding, but it turned out to be another wreck and we actually got our chain stuck to the mast. Finally we found a place that felt okay, and the next morning, the 2nd of August, I woke up to a wonderful surprise.
Jag må leva, jag må leva, jag må leva ut i 100 år. Ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva ut i 100 år. Grattis på födelsedagen mitt lilla hjärta. Hur känns det att bli 30?
25.
25. Plus moms.
What are you looking at?
The map of Tahiti. We've been looking for places to leave the boat when we fly back to Sweden for the wedding.
Yeah.
Not our wedding, your sister's wedding.
Yeah.
So
We haven't made any progress, I think.
We've been to several different places and everything is just too expensive.
Yeah.
So we don't really know what to do.
No.
But we figured out.
Yeah. We have a few days.
We have a few days, and I think the best thing for us is to find a mooring. But if we can't get that, we probably have to, I don't know, leave it on anchor.
Or the marina.
Or in the marina, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Ja, ni hade rätt.
A few days had passed and we haven't found any marina with reasonable prices, hull out opportunity or even a mooring buoy, and we have started to realize that we probably would have to leave Hilma at anchor during our weeks in Sweden. The marina fees were about $1,000, which is about 10,000 Swedish crowns, and way too high for us. Weather-wise, the anchoring felt totally okay. What we were most worried about was that someone would anchor too close to us, which wasn't very uncommon, and as you can see is what happened in the video. Oscar and another man had to jump in the dinghy and push two boats apart since they were anchored too close and did almost collide.
During our time in Tahiti, we worked a lot on the boat and with the videos, but we also had some great days together with the guys on the Swedish boats Aloha and Astrid. Except celebrating Lisa's birthday with them, we also had some great days on shore together.
Det var inte den bästa vägen för dig, va? Du som sladdar omkring i dina dojor.
As we said earlier, we moved anchor spots several times to find the best place. Eventually, we found a good place. It was in the far end of the anchorage and therefore not as crowded. We decided to put in 2 anchors, and since Oscar could not dive yet and I don't dive, we got help from Max, one of our friends at Aloha. Max dove and placed the second anchor for us, which also got stuck really good. We were anchored next to a hotel and some bungalows, so that felt good for the safety reason. After a few days, we decided that it felt safe enough to leave Hilma there during the 3 weeks we were going home to Sweden. The guys at Aloha also helped us to keep an eye on Hilma as long as they were there. And when they left, we paid another guy in the bay to keep an eye on her. We have heard about robbery, but we never saw anything at all, and everything was the same when we came back.